Thank you for joining me today. My name is Jennifer Williams. I'm the Instructional Technology Coordinator for Newton County Schools. I'm happy that you decided to join me for Canvas 102. In this session, we will be discussing how to create a page, set your home page, make announcements, assignments, and discussions. Hopefully, if you're in this course today, you've joined Canvas 101 or have already been using Canvas and have some prior knowledge. If not, then this course is not for you. Please make sure you take a moment to close your camera as we are recording this session. And we do not want to record your likeness, we just want to record the session of the information. I'm going to give everybody a second to go ahead and close your camera. Also, please keep your mic muted for the duration of our session. Finally, please stay engaged by using our chat feature. Ms. Ijama Johnson will be moderating our chat today. She is also part of the instructional technology team, along with Dr. Casey Hutchinson and myself. Okay, so now that we've closed our cameras and we've muted ourselves, we're ready to begin. So the first thing we're going to do is, this is our dashboard, as you already know. In our dashboard, we have many courses. So as you see, I have many courses in my dashboard. And during this last 5 years of us using Canvas, I've made hundreds of courses. All the courses that I have are self-created courses because I do not have a homeroom. However, if you have a homeroom, or if you have students that get grades via Infinite Campus, then you have pre-populated courses. Those courses already have your students' names and their SIS numbers, and then different boxes, different courses for each class. We're going to go into one class, so you choose what class and explore the class that you want to go ahead and play and learn about today. I'm going to go into my 4th grade super class. Okay, so what do you notice? The first thing you do is when you get to your class, you click on the class, you open it from your dashboard. I'm on my home page. What do you notice about the home page I have here? Well, the first thing I notice is that it's super clean. There's only 5 icons on here, so the students can see exactly what they need. So I have reading button, I have a math button, a science, a social studies, and a writing button. And when I click on the button, it takes the student to that page. Within a course, you may have several pages. So if I go pages and view all pages, I'll notice that I'll have many pages. But before we go there, I want to talk about the ribbons. When I open my course, on the left-hand side, I have an outer ribbon and I have an inner ribbon. This is our navigation bar. It helps me decide where I want to go. Everyone has a home, pages, announcements, assignments, discussion, grade, and people tab. You'll also notice that you have files, syllabus, outcomes, modules, and so forth. These are the most important pieces to Canvas because each piece, each tab helps you navigate throughout your Canvas page. If you notice towards the bottom, you have textbooks. So McGraw-Hill, Pearson, those textbooks are integrated in Canvas. Also, we have other programs such as Flipgrid, Google, and Microsoft, as well as Discovery Education and Safari Montage. Next year, you'll see a lot more to do with Infinite Campus. We also have OneNote, which is our class notebook. Let's take a couple of moments to explore some important and popular tabs. The first tab we're going to explore is announcements. So what exactly is an announcement? Well, an announcement is exactly what it sounds like. When you want to push out information to your students. You may make an announcement about a field trip. Hey guys, don't forget we have a field trip tomorrow and you need to bring your lunch, some sunglasses, and whatever else you want them to bring. Or it can be an announcement about, hey, I want you to do something in advance so that when you come back to class tomorrow, you'll be able to do it. So how do I make an announcement? First thing you want to go to is this plus announcements tab right here on the top right-hand corner. Everything that we're going to learn today is going to follow the same format. If you want to add an announcement, plus announcement. If you want to add a page, plus page. If you want to add an assignment, plus assignment. If you want to add a discussion, you get the idea, plus discussion. So I'm going to add this plus announcement sign. Now I'm in the building tool or the design area of Canvas within announcements. So my announcement is, let's just say rocks. So I want to say, hello, friends. So I want to start my students. I don't want them to learn everything about rocks in class tomorrow. I want to give them some background knowledge. So I'm making an announcement to my students and letting them know that tomorrow we're going to learn about rocks. And I want them to watch a video and be prepared to discuss it with their peers in class tomorrow. How can I do that effectively without having them go outside and look for resources? Well, I can go ahead and link the video that I want them to watch within Canvas. So this is our first lesson, our little mini lesson. Across here are our design tools. And when you hover over the design tools, it tells you exactly what the tool does. So I love tables, but we're not going to do that right now. The first tool we're going to talk about is this tool that looks like a paperclip. It says link to a URL. So I'm going to find the video that I love about rocks, and I'm going to insert or link the video here. So when my students click on this word, this video is going to be pre-linked. So the first thing I'm going to go to is I'm opening a new tab. I know the site I want to go to, Study Jams, which, by the way, if you don't know about it, is a great site. I'm going to go in the search bar and I'm going to click rocks. So they have several videos about rocks. I knew they would. But you know what? The video I want them to see is about the rock cycle. I know that this is the video that I want because I've pre-selected it. I've used it last year. It's a great video. So I'm going to copy the URL. I'm going to highlight it, press Control-C. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my announcements. And I'm going to highlight the word this video. Or the words this video. I'm going to press that link button, link to URL, and I'm going to paste that URL there. What just happened? Did you see that? Well, the first thing that happened was it turned yellow and blinked. And then it made the words blue, creating a link. So if I press save, now I can press this video, this link, and it's going to take me directly to the page. Isn't that amazing? My students don't have to go onto Jams, and then they don't have to look all around and try to figure out rock cycle. You know, half of them may spell the word cycle wrong, or maybe rock wrong. They can't find the exact video, and it wastes time. But creating a link takes them directly to the location you want on the internet. So I'm going to press edit. So I say, hello friends, tomorrow we will learn about rocks. Watch this video and prepare to discuss it with your peers in class tomorrow. I did that by going to links. I went to a site that I already knew, went to the exact location and copied the URL and linked it to the URL by just pasting it and pressing insert link. The next thing I want to show you is that that's one good way for you to put information in your class, but maybe these words are confusing. Maybe you have a lot of students who are EL students who are just learning the language, and really reading all of this is confusing and they don't know what I'm talking about. So my other favorite thing to do is to go here, record or upload media. So I'm going to click record or upload media, and guess what it allows me to do? I can go ahead and I can make a personal message to my students. So I'm going to go and press start recording. Hi, boys and girls. I miss you so much. I can't wait to see you on Monday. But until then, I want you to go click the blue link below, and I want you to watch the video about rocks. Be prepared to tell me the 3 different types of rocks there are and what happens in the rock cycle. When I want to preview it, I can just press play. Hi, boys and girls. I miss you so. Oh, it's wonderful. I love it. It's fantastic. I'm going to press save. And in any second, it's going to save. And now it says this media is available. So I want to put it exactly where I want it. I'm going to press save. And voila, my video is embedded so that, well, it says try back in a little bit, but in real life, it really works. So many people are probably on the same site at the same time, but usually my video will pop up right here. That's weird that it did not, but it's being converted, so it'll be there in a minute. Okay. Not to belabor and wait for that while it's being embedded, let me show you a couple of other things. Number 1, I showed you how to link a video. Number 2, I helped you learn how to create an individual video, a personalized video for your students that you want to put out as an announcement. You can change and make an announcement for every day. But if you're like me, I like to pre-plan. So I don't like to do things at the last minute. It drives me bonkers. So for the pre-planner in me, I would delay the posting. I don't want the students to get this video today. I want to wait until Saturday. So then I'm going to click the date on Saturday to say, hey, I want you to deliver this announcement on Saturday so they can watch it Saturday and Sunday. And when they come back to school on Monday, they're prepared to do it. I also can allow users to comment. So this box here says that I can have my students comment on my announcement, or I can have them not comment on my announcement. So I can say, okay, I don't want anyone to comment on this announcement. Me personally, I would probably uncheck this. I do not want my students to comment on my announcement. I put out my announcement, this is information. In discussions is where we would have a discussion where we go back and forth and have a whole conversation. But in announcements, nah, I just want to tell you the information and that be that. The cool thing about delaying a post is that I can go ahead and put my good makeup on, I can do my hair, I can look cute, and I can make all my announcements for the week. So I can make an announcement for Monday, for Tuesday, for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then have them be delivered each day individually. So for your students who need modifications, it's really cool that they can get an announcement every day guiding them without so many things cluttering the page. Is everybody good with that? Thank you, Ms. Levy. All right. right, so I see so many people. You're good. So let's go ahead and let's move on. So I'm going to press save because nothing happens in Canvas unless you press save. You don't press save, it didn't happen. So save is the most important thing. So now I see, oh, my video's rendered. So now it popped up. Hello, friends. Tomorrow we'll learn about rocks. Here's my notice to them. Here's my link for the video. And I can edit it at any time. If I hit the ellipsis and I decided, I don't want to do that anymore, I can delete it. I can send it to a specific student directly. I can open it to comments. And if my announcement is really important and I want to share it to my team, I can go ahead and say, go ahead and share it to the Commons, and any of my team members can use the same announcements. Usually in a school, you have a lot of the same things going on. So this will be helpful. I'm going to go back to my announcements tab. My announcement is there. And did you notice here on the right-hand side, delayed until March 28th. So my students will not see it. Even though I made it, I posted it, I saved it, they do not have access to see it until March 28th. So we're going to go on to the next tab, the assignments tab. And there are so many assignments that it takes a while for them all to post. So this is a course that 4th grade teachers used last year, specifically at Oak Hill, and I know Misty Smith at Rocky Plains used some of it, and some of the teachers at South Salem. So we worked together over the summer, and we made a course, and they worked in this course, and we're able to use it throughout the year in various classrooms. So there are tons of assignments in here, and if you notice, some of the assignments are published, and some of them are unpublished. The cool thing about it is that when you publish a assignment, if you decided, hey, I don't want the students to be able to see this next week, you can unpublish them. So a lot of teachers now, when we made this course, they're going back and using some of the pieces of the course and only publishing some of the pieces to their students and not. So it's as easy as just clicking the green button, and now it's published. And if I want to take it away, I just unpublish that page or that assignment. So here is an example of what an assignment looks like. I'm going to click into this assignment, Intro to COVID-19, a very timely assignment. And I'm in my assignment. If you notice, inside of the assignment, I have a video that is directly embedded to the page. So although the video is coming from YouTube, it didn't take my students out to YouTube because this is embedded. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to embed a video in an assignment. But before I do that, I want to tell you some information about assignments that you need to know. Number one, every page is kind of set up the same way. So in order to change anything you have to click edit. I noticed that in my Intro to COVID-19, when I open it up, the same design tools are there as they are on every page. So whenever you go to assignments, announcement, discussions, the same design tools are there. You notice that in the body of the page, it's kind of wonky. It drives me crazy. So I just kind of take this tool on the bottom right-hand corner and I can pull it if it acts right. Many things going on. Come on. Okay, it's not acting right now. But usually I can pull it and make it a little bit wider. When you notice that when you're in assignments, that I can give information to my students. I say, watch the following video and answer the questions below. So they have a video, the video's embedded. Then I said, after you watch the video, please click this link to answer the attached questions via Google Doc. So when I click on this link, it's going to take me to a Google Doc where my students will answer the questions. Because I decided that during this assignment, I want to make it points. So I put 100 because, 100-point scale is easy to me. I can assign a group, so I can make groups, and that's going to be in a Canvas 201 session. So I can make groups, and I can display the grade as various things. I can display it as a percentage. Because I chose 100 points, I want to keep it with points. I could have made it a letter grade or said, hey, this is not graded, because every assignment doesn't have to be graded. So you have the opportunity to choose. If I said I did not want this graded, then I would need to go back and put 0 on the points. It's not graded. I don't want any points. I can assign it to everyone, or I can take the opportunity here to differentiate who I want to assign it to. Now she says, I don't have any students in this course, but if I had a student, then I can assign it to a specific student. It defaults as everyone, but you can differentiate and say, hey, I just want this assignment to go to group A, because that's my group that's ready for this. But maybe group B has to have a different assignment. So you can choose students' specific names. I can have a due date where I want to do, and I can have it available from a date. So I can say I want it available from today, but I want it to close on Monday, because I told everybody that this is going to be due Monday. And then the due date, I'm going to go ahead and set as Monday. So when I press save, I've updated my assignment. Now, notice this. I said, after you watch the video, please click this link. This link is taking my students straight to Google Drive, where they're going to have to force copy. So they make a copy. And now, instead of copying and making lots of copies, here's my assignment, and I have Grammarly on my machine. Here's my assignment. Here are the questions that they're going to have to answer, and they will go ahead and just re-upload this back to me. All right, so ready to learn how to do this? Thank you, Ms. Pratha. I'm ready to. Thank you, Ms. Fain. Hey, oh, so many friends. All right, so here we go. We're going to go to assignments. We're going to go to plus assignment. That means add an assignment, right? So we discussed that. Here we go. My assignment name, let's stick to rocks again, because I'm just in a rock mood, right? I usually like to put some very important things in my assignments, like, specific instructions. So here's my instructions. Right now, it's just blah, 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 right? So let's pretend I wrote some really, really important instructions here. I have my students do something. Now I'm ready to embed a video. If you notice on our design tools, I have College Board, I have Khan Academy, and I have this little drop-down box, more external tools. The first thing we're going to do is go to Khan Academy, that green little leaf. And I said that I'm going to do something about rocks, so that would be in science. And then let's just say I don't have time to look for rocks, so I'm just going to click anything. Find something that I like, and here it goes. This beautiful video about rocks. Well, before I even embed this video, I want to make sure that this is the video that I've pre-selected and found in Khan Academy. I looked through Khan Academy, found the video, and now I'm going to embed it. Never would you want to embed something that you haven't previewed first, right? So I'm going to click on embed. And voila, my video is here. So if I press play, my wonderful video about rocks, or maybe not rocks, but something, right? Okay, so I embedded a video from Khan Academy. Let's talk about another way to embed a video. So I said right here in my design tools, I have College Board, I have Khan Academy, but I also have external tools. So for our purposes, just so our board is clear, I'm going to click more external tools. You'll have a way to embed Twitter. So if you have tweets that you want your students to see, you can embed it here. SchoolTube, which I personally love because they have so many already previewed school appropriate videos, similar to YouTube, but this is school appropriate. TED Talks, Vimeo, USA Today, YouTube, some favorites from the Common, and then Safari Montage. So I want to go ahead and use Safari Montage for right now. Hopefully, over the year, you've made some wonderful videos of yourself teaching, or your peers have made videos of themselves. I can go ahead and click Safari Montage. It's going to take me to my Safari Montage. I'm going to go to my files where I have several videos. I'm going to click this video. And on the bottom left-hand corner, it says Canvas. Do you see that? Okay, I'm going to click Canvas. And guess what's embedded into my assignment? My Canvas video. My video, I mean, from Safari Montage. So if you've been recording yourself teaching lessons throughout the year, you can go ahead and take those recordings, put them into your assignments, and then have your students re-watch the video. So it's you instead of some teacher from some other place. It's you they're watching. And then when I press save and I go down, I'll be able to go ahead. But if I press play within here, it's going to play the video immediately and you'll be able to see it, and it's embedded. So your students do not have to log into Safari Montage or anywhere else. Going into Canvas, playing and watching the video. This is great for students who have been absent or who may be out of school for a while due to illness or death in the family. So they don't have to stay out of school and miss your class the entire time. They're able to watch specific lessons, especially those keystone lessons that you do where the second day is hard to go back. And if you constantly have to go back, it's a struggle for you. So this is a great opportunity for you not to have to go back. The last tool in here that I want to really take some time to show you, oh, that's the wrong one, that's me again, is in my external tools. When I scroll down, I had YouTube, I had Safari Montage, but I also have Discovery Education. So the great thing is that I can go to Discovery Education, and when I'm in Discovery Education, I can find videos that I want to use to show my students. So I'm going to just go ahead and type in rocks, and I'll notice that I can go ahead and this is the video that I love so much about rocks. I'm going to press embed. So now real world science, rocks and minerals. So I have this video here. I know that I want my students to watch it, but I don't necessarily want to give them points. I just want to say complete or incomplete because I may have an assignment, a paper assignment or a graphic organizer that I'm going to give them. I can say how they submit it. So if I want them to make a video afterwards and say, hey guys, I want you to watch this video about rocks. Then I would like for you to go outside and take pictures of rocks you found in your neighborhood. I can make it a file upload and say, okay, I want you to upload the file. You can make me a text upload. Maybe you can't go outside because your mom's at work and you don't have the opportunity. So you're going to write me a note and tell me about rocks that you saw on the internet. I may have you post something from a URL or other media recordings. I'm going to go down here and assign it. I might give an assignment day and I say, okay, this is starting tomorrow and it's going to be ending on the 31st. And when I press save and publish, then my students have access to it. If I just press save, then I have access to it, but no one else sees it. So you have to press publish, save and publish for it to save and actually be available to your students. So now when they click the link, within Canvas, this video from Discovery Education has been embedded. Do you notice that we're still in Canvas? We're still in Canvas, but a little bit of Discovery Education is in Canvas with us. So if I press play, the video starts and it plays here. So this is safe because your students are using Discovery Education. They're using YouTube. They're using all these things, but they're being embedded within Canvas. So they're not going to an outside source. They're not able to search around anywhere else. You're giving them specifically what they need. So they're using what you say they're using, not what they want to use. Is everybody clear on assignments? Thank you so much for that feedback. I'm going to move on now. So far in assignments, in this session, we've discussed announcements and assignments. This next thing we're going to discuss is our discussions tab. This is my favorite part of Canvas. This is where you really get the bang for your buck. This is where true teaching and learning takes place in discussions. So if you notice, if I wanted to start a new discussion, tell me, what do you think I'm going to do, everybody? Thank you. Yes, plus discussions, right? So just like announcements and assignments, to make a new discussion, I'm going to do plus discussions. But before I show you how to create an effective discussion, I want to show you what a great discussion looks like versus a not good discussion. Number one, a discussion should be something worth discussing. 2 + 2 = 4 is not a good discussion unless you do a little bit more, right? So 2 + 2. Well, if the answers are one word or a one syllable answer, then it's not a good discussion. 4. I mean, did you really need to have the students log into Canvas, then find your discussion, then type in the number 4? You've wasted 10 minutes of their time and your time. So a discussion should be open-ended. A closed-ended answer is not worthy to be a discussion because it's really nothing to discuss. A discussion should have specific parts. So I'm going to open up this discussion that I created probably 2 years ago. Miss Johnson and I were out at Oak Hill, and one of the lessons that the teachers we were modeling how to do a discussion, and we made a discussion, and we talked about what are important parts of the discussion that I want to share with you. Number one, of course, you have to have a topic. But number 2, all your discussions should be standard-based, right? Really to get the most bang for your buck. So this is the standard we're working on, SS4H4, examine the main ideas of the abolitionist and suffragist movements. And element A, discuss contributions and challenges faced by Susan B. Anthony, Frederick Douglass, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Sojourner Truth, and Harriet Tubman. So those 5 people were very important in this discussion. We also wanted to make sure that we had an essential question and a task directing the students what to do. So our essential question for the lesson is, how did the abolitionist and suffrage movements change life in America? Here's the task. Choose one person from the list below and write 2 to 3 paragraphs discussing the contributions of the person and the challenges they face. You may use the hyperlinked resources in the table below to construct your answers. So not only did we give them a task, we gave them the tools they needed so that they don't have to go to Google to look up Harriet Tubman or Susan B. Anthony or Elizabeth or Sojourner or Frederick. We gave them the tools. What tools did we want to use? We wanted to use tools that Oak Hill specifically had. So you don't want to give people tools where they can't access them. So Oak Hill purchased Pebble Go, so they had Pebble Go in their project. We thought it was important to include that. Discovery Education and Studies Weekly were free, given to us by the district, right? So these are free tools that are provided by the district, so everybody has access to this. Now, in the task, this is their task, but here we gave them even more scaffolding. Here's a graphic organizer to help you organize your thoughts. So along with the information, we gave them a graphic organizer and some directions. Your paragraph should include 3 to 5 written sentences that start with capital letters and end with a punctuation mark. At least 3 adjectives and 1 adverb in each paragraph, because in 4th grade, they should know how to do this. And 1 piece of figurative language. Now, figurative language is kind of tricky. I don't want to give anybody an assignment that's going to make them struggle. So we make sure that we provide support. So when I click the word metaphor, if they don't remember what that is, they click metaphor, and guess what I linked? A picture about metaphors. Same thing if I did simile, it would click and take them to the picture of what a simile is, what personification is, and what a hyperbole is. Now when you go down, all of these are links that are going to take them directly to either PebbleGo, to Studies Weekly, or to Discovery Education. In addition, you have a problem and you don't know what an adverb is, don't worry, I got you. Here's an adverb video and an adjective video. So I am scaffolding the resources and providing support for those who need it. So even though I went ahead and assigned this to my entire class, every student has support. My students who may not understand what these words mean, because figurative language is so difficult sometimes, especially for our EL students. A place where I have provided links and more information. So, you ready to make a discussion? Okay, cool. So I'm going to go to the discussions tab. And like you told me before, I'm going to go ahead and say plus discussion. So I would have a topic. My topic is still the rock cycle. I would go ahead and put some information for our purposes right now. That's my task. That's my essential question. That's everything, right? I want to show you how to use another tool in here that we haven't discussed yet. And this is our embed image. So remember I showed you how we embedded an image before that you were wondering like, okay, this is a hyperbole or this is something. You can go out to YouTube or not YouTube, Google Images and get an image and copy and paste it in here. Or I can click here to say embed image. And if I type in Flickr, and if I type in the word rocks, let's see. Oh, here goes rocks. I click on the picture that I want. And then I go down to the bottom and I press update. And now my picture is embedded. So this tool on our design tools is called embed image. All you have to do is click embed image. You can find pictures that's already been updated to Canvas if you uploaded some to Canvas. But Flickr is kind of like going out there to those images that are included in the Creative Commons. Now, there's not an image for everyone and everything. So I'm going to type in Susan B. Anthony. And her name may be Susan, but that's not the Susan B. Anthony I'm talking about. And some of these images, really, I'm not sure because they're coming from the internet and they're coming from Flickr. So you really have to be careful and look carefully at, see, Mary Edwards Walker. I guess she was a friend of Susan B. Anthony. I don't know why she would be in there. But hey, here goes one of the coin. I can go ahead and say that I want to use that and update it. So you really have to look, and it didn't even have to decide what Susan's on it, huh? The nerve. In any event, you have to really look at the pictures that you're embedding first. A lot of times I just do go to Google and I go to images, but you have to be careful about selecting the images that you're going to put in here for your students to use. So I'm in here, I wrote my directions, blah, 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 blah. I added a picture. Maybe I have them analyzing the picture or something that, a postcard that I found on the internet. It's great. I scroll down a little bit to the bottom and it says options. Pay careful attention to this because this is one of the most important things about discussions. You can allow your students to have threaded replies. So I may tell my students, I want you to watch this video and tell the class how you felt, or tell the most important, the main idea of the video. And then I can click allow threaded replies. If I do that, then my students can go ahead and reply underneath each person's comments. But as you know, sometimes students can be unkind and they may say things that are inappropriate. So before allowing threaded replies, you need to have a conversation with your students to let them know what feedback looks like in your classroom. Is feedback someplace or something that's going to hurt people, or is feedback someplace that's going to make people happy? So we want to make sure that we do that. Make sure that you tell and have a discussion with your students what constructive feedback looks like. So you allow threaded replies. I usually say that users must post before seeing replies. So I don't want them to get the answer from the other students. I want to hear their answer. So I say they must post before seeing replies. Sometimes it's graded. So if I want to make this a grade, because discussions are really important ways to summarize and get information from your students, so I can go ahead and make this graded. I never, ever, ever put liking. Liking, I don't care if you like it or not. There is no liking allowed in my class, because liking causes a whole lot of problems with somebody didn't get liked, somebody got all the likes, somebody feels bad afterwards. Why put a pressure on the students? So I don't allow liking. You can do whatever you like. This is your classroom, right? And then I can make it a to-do list. So I want this added to my students' to-do list in their calendars so that they know that this is something that has to be done on Friday by 3 o'clock. So now when they open up Canvas, the first thing they see on their calendar is this on their to-do list. Of course, I have to do which one? Do I have to save, or do I have to save and publish for the students to see it? Thank you, Ms. Phillips. Yes, save and publish. Thank you, friends. So you have to save and publish. If you just save, the students won't see it. And I get 100 emails, no lie, 100 emails from people saying, hey, my students can't see my lesson. Hey, my students don't see my assignment. I made an assignment. And I reply, I said, I have a canned reply on my desktop that says, did you press publish? That's going to be my reply. If you say, hey, what's going on? My students can't see it. My first question is going to troubleshoot is, did you press publish? And 90% of the time, the teacher has forgot to press publish. So make sure that you go ahead and you save and publish. So at this time, we've discussed announcements, assignments, and discussions. The last but most important thing I want to discuss with you is pages. So on our navigation ribbon, I showed you before that we have pages. In order to have an assignment or something posted to all these things, we always need to have a page. So our home page is really important. It's very important because it allows our students to not only see the information that we have for them, but it allows us to organize ourselves. So the first thing when I go to pages, I'm going to click view all pages. And of course, to make a new page, I have to press plus page. You're right. I heard you saying it at home. So it would add a page. If you notice, I have a whole lot of pages in this course. And so many different people made the page. You see, Misty made some pages. Marissa Bigelow made some pages. I'm Willie. I made some pages. So we have this whole course where different people made pages in the course. And they're all in here. Miss Rogers made some, Miss Mallory. So this page, out of these pages, is my front page. It said 4th grade. I know it's my front page because it says front page. But I want my students this week, we're just talking about abolitionists and suffragists, or we're just talking about the American Revolution. I only want them to see that page. So now I'm going to use this page as my front page. So did you notice it moved from 4th grade to American Revolution? So I went to the right-hand side. I have my ellipsis, the 3 dots, and I just changed and added it as my front page. Now I want to remove it from my front page, and maybe I want to make British colonization my front page. So I'm going to click use as front page. So when I go home, let's see if it worked. No, didn't work yet because guess what I have to do? I have to go choose home page and say use my front page and save. And now here goes the British colonization page made. That was a little bit difficult, so I'm going to go back and do it again, okay? You ready? I'm at pages. So you all have created pages already. So I'm going to view all pages. So I've created several pages. So you went here, you created a page, you put information. So you have a math page, a science page, a social studies page, a reading page. But the most important thing you want to do is make yourself a home page. So the home page I created was this 4th grade page, right? I want this 4th grade page to be the page that's on my home page. So I have to go over to the right-hand side. I have these 3 dots stacked on top of each other. They're called the ellipses. When I click on the ellipsis, I'm going to click use as front page. Now I'm telling Canvas which page I want to be my front page. So I'm going to do that. I have it as my front page. When I go home, it's my front page. The very first time I choose a home page from my front page, I have to go to the right, choose home page. Choose home page. And it's going to say, what do you want to use as your home page? I can choose an assignment, I can choose a module, but I want to choose my front page as my home page. Now, I know you've learned so much stuff in the last 50 minutes. It's going to be hard for you to remember that exactly, but no worries, because I want to help you so that you can help yourself. On the left side, there's a help button. I want everybody to go ahead and I want you to find your help button. Do you see the help button on my screen? It has a little question mark. It's on your outer ribbon. That help button provides help for you in the form of help pages. So there is a search the Canvas guides. When you guys ask me questions about Canvas, I just click on the Canvas guides and type your question in. And it pops up with the answer and I send the page. So I'm not a genius. Even though I like to think so sometimes, I'm really not. So search the Canvas guides. But we, the instructional technology team, Dr. Hutchinson, Ms. Johnson, and myself have created a page called NCSS Tech 101. Have you ever seen this page before? Ooh, some people yes, some people no. This page was created 2 years ago. I made it so that if you have questions on anything that we do in Newton County, you can be able to find an answer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because on Saturday and Sunday, when you send me emails, I am not answering. I am doing stuff with my family. And you may want to know the answer right then, but unfortunately, we're all off. So what you can do is you can go to this NCSS Tech 101 page, and if you need questions answered for you on ViewPath, you can click here. If you have some questions about TestPad, you went on to SLDS or TRL, you can click here. If you even have questions about Google or Office 365, these are self-paced courses. We even have the Active Inspire courses and questions in case you're still using Active Inspire. But most importantly, we have a Canvas self-paced course. All you have to do is enroll in the course. So on the top right-hand corner, make sure you click enroll when you get into Canvas on our NCSS Tech page, and it will take you through a self-paced course and show you everything you need to learn about Canvas. So if you have time, like some of us have right now, you can go ahead and take the self-paced course. If you don't have time and you just want to answer to a specific question, you can go to search the Canvas guides. So if you want to know about how do I add a picture, I type in, how do I upload an image? I just want to know. Upload images. Upload a new image. How do I upload and embed an image? All of the answers to your questions can be found here. So I want to take this to thank you for joining me today on Canvas 102. We went over how to make a page, how to set your home page, how to make an announcement, an assignment, and a discussion. We discussed some of the tools today that are found within a course that are in the inner ribbon, and some of the tools that are in the design area of each of these sections. We discussed what good discussion looks like versus a poor discussion, and how to embed images, videos, and links in a page. We will be having Canvas Part 2, which is the next follow-up part to this. But this class today was designed for our secondary beginners. So if you did not get what you wanted out of the course today, don't worry, we're offering more courses. At 3 o'clock today, I will be hosting Microsoft Collaborations, how to collaborate with your students through Microsoft Word. Hopefully I'll see you there, but if not, we have more great classes to come, and we're so thankful for the opportunity to serve you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Goodbye, friends. Have a great day. Bye. Toodles. Adios. Go have fun. Do something exciting. But not too exciting that you're out there with all those germs, because you know how I feel about germs. I don't do germs good. Never have, never will. Thank you. Stay safe. You were great.